Kiki's delivery service.
Pizza delivery service.
Yeah, Kiki's pizza delivery service. I'm sorry. I already fucked up.
Yep.
So, as a quick recap, apparently Jenny is taking a kind of advantage of her sister Kiki and having her deliver all the pizzas. She delivers the pizzas at Steven's house, where apparently Kiki broke the car with sour cream's tunes, apparently. Apparently his dubstep breaks your tires.
Yep.
I didn't think dubstep could be that powerful.
Nope. That's why I don't listen to it. The majority of the time.
The majority of the time. Alright, so Kiki has delivered pizzas on foot for a little while, and she delivers pizzas to Steven. Steven kind of feels a little bit bad for her, and he dreams of Kiki. Well, he dreams that he's flying around at first. And then there's Dogcopter shows up because why not? And then he finds Kiki sinking in cheese, which is just disgusting. I know it's just a dream, but that's just kind of gross.
Nah, not that gross.
To me, it is. You have like cheese grease. It's nasty. I know I'm putting real world physics into something that shouldn't have any, but I'm just saying it seems gross.
Okay.
So Steven saves Kiki, and he wakes up and he's happy. And Jenny tells Kiki that she needs the car again for a party. And Kiki lets her have it, and she covers her ships again. And Steven goes to visit Kiki, and it turns out the dream was not just a dream. It was a dream, but Kiki was actually there, and Steven was actually there. It wasn't just separate dream selves. And Kiki tells Steven that she has had this nightmare for apparently weeks. How awful is that?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know either. I mean, you have the same nightmare over and over and over again. I mean, I've had nightmares that have occurred multiple times, but nothing that's constant. That just happens weeks and you just can't get a good night's sleep. I'm surprised she can actually function as well as she does right now.
Yeah, and delivering pizzas while running.
Yeah. I don't see how I wouldn't be able to do it. I would have gotten mad like after like 2 days. Because
I would have just not slept.
What?
I would have just stopped sleeping.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would have.
You would have to eventually sleep. Your body cannot. Your body will need to rest eventually.
After 3 days, probably.
After 3 days, you'll pass out. You have no choice.
Wake up with a pen in my head. It happened before.
The fuck?
Don't you remember? I told you. And then I had a pencil mark on my forehead, like for.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
But anyway, despite her having this nightmare for weeks, Kiki can function surprisingly well, and Steven decides to help her by becoming a dream warrior, which I guess is a Nightmare on Elm Street reference, although Freddy Krueger does not make an appearance. No, there was a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. I don't know which movie it was because there's so fucking many of them, but there was a but it was one called Dream Warriors, I think.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Do you watch Nightmare on Elm Street?
Nope.
That's why. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's a Nightmare on Elm Street reference, but Freddy Krueger doesn't make an appearance, so I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, Steven does help Kiki for several days with this nightmare, and it's starting to take a toll on him, because if you ever had a nightmare where you're running or you're just doing something physical activity in your brain while you are rested, your body is just exhausted. Have you ever had those nightmares?
Not really.
I've had those nightmares, and they fucking suck. Especially when I had school the next morning. Like, I'm just running in my dreams, and I just feel, when I wake up, I feel physically exhausted. Even though I know I had a good night's sleep, I still feel physically exhausted.
Wait, wouldn't it also be because he's actually, like, going inside her mind? Like, using powers rather than just...
Huh.
sleeping
That
and
might
cat
be it.
fingering on her
That
thing.
might be it too. But it's still his brain.
Yeah.
So it's mentally exhausting him, which of course makes you physically exhausted.
Okay.
So Steven can't take it anymore, and he tells Kiki that this is the last time she's gonna help. This is the last time that he's gonna help her, and after that, no more, because he needs sleep. Which I can't blame him, because I love sleep too. So they go into Kiki's mind again, and they decide to go deeper into her brain. Apparently, it's made of cheese. Her cheese head.
Get out of here.
They go inside Kiki's cheese head, and they find a pool where there is a cheese Jenny. And cheese Jenny asks her to do something, to go to a cheese rave. And that she needs Kiki to cover for her. Kiki says yes, and then the cheese starts to absorb her. Steven tells her that, Kiki, you need to tell her no. And Jenny's like, I can't. I'm her favorite twin. And Steven tells her that you have to say no because your feelings matter too. And the Cheese Jenny asks her again if she'll do it, and she yells no. Then of course Cheese Jenny's like, okay, fine, and disappears, and that's the end of that.
So simple.
Yeah, it was. It was really simple. Just say no to some people. I mean, I get that it's your sibling
Yeah.
and like you love them and everything, but I don't know. I'm an only child. You're the one with the sibling.
No.
No. No.
I'm not doing anything for my sibling. Get out of here.
I guess your brother's a douche.
Yeah. What kind of fantasy world do you live in the one that I do favors for someone like that?
Okay, well, except for you, just say, yeah, most people just say no. I mean, if it's eating up all of your meat, if it's eating up all of your time that you would get to yourself, then yeah, you have to say no every once in a while. So I guess that message isn't bad, saying no, because you can't say yes to everything. Otherwise, clearly, you're physically and mentally exhausting yourself, and you can't
Yeah,
do
and
that.
like the way that like she like how it works out, like she's like, oh, okay. Instead
Well,
of
because
just like it being something horrible afterwards, just like you just have to say it, like not be afraid of the consequences, like if they will
I guess so.
be upset or something.
No, but Jenny's a pretty chill character, so I think it's just her not wanting to say no and kind of disappointing her. But as we
Yeah,
saw,
she was
deep down she knows what Jenny is still like, and she was pretty chill about it. So I guess that was the whole thing. Which she
Okay.
was chill about in real life too. So it works out.
Yep.
All right, so this will finally lead into the last episode of the day.